2010, Wallace says he will step down as Defense Secretary at the next cabinet reshuffle after 4 years in the job. He told the Sunday Times he would not stand at the next general election, but ruled out leaving prematurely and triggering a by-election. Mr. Wallace has served as Defense Secretary under 3 Prime Ministers and has played a high-profile role in the UK's response to the Ukraine war. Sources told the BBC they expect the next reshuffle in September. Mr. Wallace said he was quitting frontline politics due to the toll it had taken on his family, and allies of his have said the decision was not a reflection on Rishi Sunak's leadership. His Wyre and Preston North constituency is set to disappear at the next election under upcoming boundary changes, and he told the newspaper he would not seek a new one. The 53-year-old's confirmation of his plans to the Sunday Times comes after days of speculation that he was considering leaving government. The BBC understands Mr. Wallace informed the Prime Minister on the 16th of June of his decision to stand down from the cabinet. Mr. Wallace told the Sunday Times, "I went into politics in the Scottish Parliament in 1999, that's 24 years. I've spent well over 7 years with 3 phones by my bed." He suggested in the interview that he would continue to call for higher defence spending, something he has campaigned for throughout his time in the role. It comes weeks after Mr. Wallace said he was no longer in the running to be the next Secretary-General of NATO, a role he was widely reported to be seeking. The announcement that Jens Stoltenberg would be continuing in the job effectively ended his hopes of becoming the next head of the military bloc. Mr. Wallace has played a vocal role in supporting Ukraine, including overseeing the transfer of weapons and vehicles to its army. His position as Defense Secretary when Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine saw his profile increase at home and abroad. He is a popular figure in the Conservative Party and was, at times, seen as a front-runner to become party leader, though never stood in a leadership election. Mr. Wallace has served longer in the role than any Conservative Defence Secretary before him, but told the Sunday Times he was conscious of the impact the job has had on his family. Mr. Wallace told the newspaper, "While I am proud to have worked with so many amazing people and helped contribute to protecting this great country, the cost of putting that ahead of my family is something I am very sad about." Before entering politics as a member of the Scottish Parliament in 1999, Mr. Wallace served in the army as an officer in the Scots Guards. He was first elected to the Commons in 2010, and previously served as a minister in the Northern Ireland Department and in the Home Office.